Hi, and welcome to Fearless Fridays Power Up Tips. I'm Dranitsaris. Today I'm going to talk about self-care with a little bit of a twist. What I mean by that is that what we do when we recognize that we're not exercising enough self-care in our lives, that we try and do something different, or we scold ourselves, or we set up an exercise routine, or take a couple of hot baths with candles and think we're on point. But self-care runs deeper than that, because it's conditioned into us during our formative years and into our thought forms and fixed beliefs that we have to prioritize productivity and accommodation and conformity over our own needs. In fact, many of us are taught that our needs make us needy, that they're bad, and that if we speak up about our needs or that we want something different, we're told certain things about ourselves, that we're selfish, that we shouldn't need what we actually do need. But our emotional needs drive our behavior. They're the cause of so much mental and physical distress in our lives, because we don't recognize when our needs are being dissatisfied in our environment, and we don't know how to advocate to get our needs met. And so we neglect them. And that's neglect, self-neglect, and the neglecting of our emotional, physical needs, sexual needs, spiritual needs, are really at the foundation of so much of the mental illness that runs rampant. People tend more to talk about how they feel anxious and how things are so hard these days. Even if they haven't started or tried to do something, it's already been lumped into that bucket of it's hard, so therefore I'm not even going to bother trying because I don't do hard. And so we talk about things being hard. We look outside of ourselves. We want people to make it easier for us or do it for us, instead of taking responsibility for satisfying our own needs and our own appetites. We have appetites and energetic drives in so many different areas, as I've just described some of them. And when we go into that sense of powerless, I have these needs, but I'm powerless to do anything about it. I have a need to be recognized. Why isn't anybody recognizing me? Boo-hoo. I feel like a victim of others because they don't see me or take care of me the way I need to. Instead of saying, I need to be recognized. Where's my stage? How do I want to perform? How do I put myself out there? And when talking to clients, I will introduce that notion of, well, if you're not getting your needs met at work or in your family or with your friends group, find a new situation. Invent it, create it. Oh, that would be so hard. And that notion of hard is the resistance to really energize and use one's own personal power. It's easier to neglect ourselves. It's easier to neglect our needs than to actually energize and move through our own personal resistance and our own comfort zone. So how do we handle this? One little step at a time. We don't have to go full on to a commitment to exercising every single day, because you'll never do that. That is not going to happen. But when we take one thing, that I will practice a mindfulness meditation for 5 minutes twice a day. I will walk for 10 minutes 3 times a week. When we start like that and build that foundation and get used to putting ourselves as a priority, that's a start, as well as those most important belief that we can't do things because they're hard. That needs to be changed front and center, first thing, that you can But as long as you're telling yourself you can't, you won't, because you might as well be saying, I'm not going to do that. I don't do hard. And you've already failed, and you can go around talking about how powerless you are, while all the while knowing that it is absolutely not true, that you can start, and you can take those small steps that build up over time to huge changes in your life, so that you're living your life on purpose and maximizing your potential. So until next time, take those baby steps. Bye for now.